West. We on Clubhouse. We coming early. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody coming in. Welcome to the Damu Keyway Conversation. Where's? You know what I'm saying? We on the Damu Keyway Conversations on Clubhouse right now. We on YouTube, Active Chats, YouTube and Twitch. We live. IG, we live. I know a lot of people never been on Clubhouse. Y'all think WACK100 own it. He got his own side on Clubhouse. We was the resistance, you know what I'm saying, to all fuck shit. So we on Clubhouse right now, man, and I know we ain't supposed to be playing the music, but we vibing. Hit that like button on your way in. Share this live. We got the room cracking on Clubhouse right now. We've been in there. It's recipes to Pac. Happy heavenly birthday, King. We got some dope content, a dose of reality TV. Y'all know my brother. And then ETE himself, smoked out TV news. He came with the content. Y'all act like y'all forgot. Simply been having the content. Y'all forgot. Go follow my man, Smoked Out TV News on YouTube. Smoked Out TV News. Let's go. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like, check out this dope content. That's an innovator in the ETE. My nigga, Smoked Out TV News. Hey, we're gonna get into the content though. PS2 back, paid by Entertainment One to sabotage Tupac legacy. Port Butt 2. But we're gonna get into this dope ass shit. Let's get active in this chat. The chat's where it's at. Thank y'all for coming out and supporting. Salute to my brother. Yeah. He getting his shit together. He know I got his back. So when my nigga back up on here, you know we chasing scratch. We gonna be grinding it out, rock to rock, till we get there. Salute to Val TV Network, a dose of reality TV. Salute to the CW Network. We got big business going down. We can talk about that. We're also going to talk about and get into why are these powers that be, all mysterious shit happening to them from powers that be over their intellectual property, their music, the rights thereof, the masters. Binky Mac, salute. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful black lady. There you go. Smoked Out TV News. Salute. I'm dropping part 2 later tonight. Deuce 100. You already know. You already know. Kid the Barber. Hey, the ETE is strong. Kid, salute, King. Go to the Bandura. Yeah. Shout out to District 13. We live on YouTube. We live on Twitch. We live on IG. We got the homie Richie Rich, the booby trap. Let me see them boobies. Right? They up in here. We chilling. G Mac. Nina 13. Hi, girl. Makita. We chilling. Happy heavenly birthday, Tupac Shakur. I once contemplated suicide with a tribal when I held that on. All I could see was my mama's eyes. So picture me inside. They had a choice but to roll on. Wayne Moore, salute. Slimeball TV with your looking ass. Shout out to all my people on IG. We live, Damu Keyway Conversations. It's a vibe. The GOAT, Tupac Shakur. We ain't even tripping off getting paid. For the GOAT, this one on the house. They tell me home is where the heart is, dear departed. I shed tattooed tears, couldn't sleep good for multiple years. Rather see it locked in chains. Please explain why they can't stand us. Is there a way for me to change? I am just a victim. Things I did to maintain. Homeboys that remain, because all the rest dead. OC 615, Kid the Barber, twist by me. Off works, Chucks activate. Fact. Hit that like button on your way in, John G. It's Photo Up TV. Jerry Griffin, we on deck. We got the content. Damu Keyway Conversations. Tell the homies I'm in heaven and they don't have hoods. They had me shook drinking peppermint snaps and Sam Cooke. Then some lady named Billie Holiday saying sitting here kicking it with Malcolm till the day came. Little Natasha so grown, tell the lady in the liquor store that she's forgiven, so come home. The passed on day in heaven, peace and last together. The Thug's Mansion. Let's get active in the chat. Hashtag ETE. I know I'm early. We're going to get into this content. Hit that like, though. Salute, salute. Salute, salute, salute. Rest in peace to Tupac Shakur. We live. We on Clubhouse and Damu Keyway Conversations. WACK100 paid by EOne to sabotage the Tupac legacy. Pork butt too. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm gonna release that. What you call it? I hope y'all went and sub to the Patreon at Active Chucks. I'll put that in the description. Y'all make sure y'all go do that. We drop exclusives over there. Nothing but exclusives. But we're going to get into that. But we're also going to get into a celebration of the GOAT, Tupac Shakur. Rest in peace to the GOAT, Tupac Shakur. West Side. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this real quick. Because I think some things is just bigger than other things, right? And we're going to get into the content. But let me see. A Dose of Reality TV. We got a new cartoon. Matter of fact, I ain't even seen that. So we're going to go ahead and start with that. Then we'll get to the Tupac stuff. I ain't even got to see it. I was in there, then I had to get the content. WACK100 can't stop telling on himself. We gonna get into it. Happy heavenly birthday to Pop. It's the ETE, Edified Through Entertainment. Expose the exposers. Come. Come. Hit that like button. They definitely trying to play with Pac's legacy. Jewel said in one of her last interviews with Art, K-Dub also worked for EOne with Reggie.
Welcome to a dose of reality TV. In this episode, WACK100 exposed himself again and again. Listen, if you let him do all the talking, he's going to tell us exactly who he really is. This is part 3. You already know we about to break it down. So like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into this episode.
Alonzo Zoe Scott.
I caught the dog.
Criminal history is minor, but he has been linked to the Bloods.
Hey, representative, right, bro? Look.
Yo, before y'all get to that,
I'm gonna expose something
that
I never exposed.
Yo, Wack.
Oh, wow.
Yo, I'm so glad you're my friend, because all your ops just go to jail, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. All your ops, everything don't like you, they going down in a ball of flame, man.
I'm a legal
Yo, Wack's my friend. I'm telling you.
Go ahead, read it.
Papa Dirt.
What? Frederick Jolly is my real name.
Bruh.
$10.90J. Flaming him. This nigga Joe's flaming these rats. Nigga.
Look like Wack set us up. Who was on Clubhouse running in their mouth?
Make sure y'all subscribe to A Dose of Reality TV.
Featuring The Adventures of a CI.
I guess your little tip you gave us worked wonders. You really think he's done for?
Because he,
Who the fuck is that? Yeah, he going down the way he went down. He ain't coming back.
Remind me not to end up on your bad side. 3 fingers.
Hit that motherfucking like button. Dose is frying these niggas.
Featuring The Adventures of a CI.
Wack, they think you was lining him up. I'm like, what? No, that was Wack's friend.
Hey, listen to me. I lined his bitch ass up day one because he came to line me up.
Wait, what?
The fuck you think you playing with, little boy?
Wait, so you knew from day one he was lining you?
So CS2 Back is telling academics, nigga, Loose Cannon, he lined Loose Cannon. He admitted he lined Loose Cannon up because Loose Cannon was trying to line him up with the feds, bro. The no jumper move was a play. Loose tried to line that nigga up. He got him. We gonna see. But this is reality art, nigga. A dose of reality TV. Go check that shit out.
You what?
Day one. Nigga, I got the call. This nigga finna come at you, Wack. Boom, 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 boom. The nigga did a whole diss campaign on me in 2021. I never heard of the nigga. Didn't even know who the fuck he was. When that didn't work, bro, this is real shit.
Supposedly they were trying to say that you told him to make the diss song.
Wait, who was that on the cartoon?
You ain't.
Oh, that's me and y'all.
Luke's been with me the whole time, you dumb, stupid ass. Them niggas over there shaking like dive knots right now. God. You didn't catch when I said you stupid. Luke's been with me the whole time, you dumb, stupid ass. Them niggas over there shaking like dive knots.
You see how he contradicts himself? He's saying that Luce was coming for him and all of that, but we got the nigga saying Luce Luce was working with him the whole time, nigga. We know for a fact what got evidence, nigga. Eyewitness, nigga. Luce Cannon was at the studio with WACK100 before they dropped the video, talking about how they were going to market and run the whole little ploy. This nigga Cap, let's go.
Right now. God.
Luce has been with him the whole time. He made a diss song about Wack. He made a diss song. That was the play to do that.
Come on.
I got about 50 niggas on.
This nigga is not as smart as he claimed to be. He got his hype man, the parrot over there, Brian Beast to Teep Seeley, nigga, Ogre, nigga, from the Revenge of the Nerds, nigga. Nigga, he got his parrot over there bragging about it. It was a play the whole time. Luke's been with him. Oh, this is nasty. Who all working? They all working. Let's go.
Right, motherfucking loyal member underneath him. That's how you do it. You always keep one right there. Like, go at me all the time.
Dang. Luke's been wanting to come out.
I got to call the
I
feds.
just didn't let him out yet. He don't give a. Luke's been wanting to come out. I just didn't let him out yet. He don't give a. Because that. Shit. Got your ass.
Man, I need better Wi-Fi. A Dose of Reality TV just dropped a video. Maybe my comment will end up on the next Street Interviews video.
Featuring The Adventures of a CI.
Oh, Wack don't mess with Luce Cannon. Nigga. Y'all not understanding that I don't care. I stand alone all the time. When it come down to the Noah Jumper incident, I took the blame for it.
Pointing at Adam. Wheeler, Texas police. Oh, this is nasty.
But seized Tupac, I mean, Cash Jones, Luce Cannon, Ashley is what we call him. He went live that night and said, you said firmly, nephew, time to make an example.
They got caught, doing it. They try to come up to Wack on some goofy stuff. Wack said, nephew, let's make an example. And that's what we did.
What you mean? I told my crew to back up, like back CS2, or as you would say, la 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 mate, CS2 back.
He would not shut up.
Look at Stannis Los Angeles on the other side of me and y'all.
He's sleeping, not faking.
Bro. Then somehow we got to my mama too big to get on a plane.
Rat talk.
What that got to do with a tail light?
Nothing. And he was sweating like we caught him with a truck full of guns.
I'm telling you, he was so nervous. I think he told us stuff we didn't even ask about.
I mean, I like my goose tickle. But listen, I know what they did because in the video I said I didn't even want to touch.
Hell, it's the motherfucking goat. That nigga said, told to Fizz he like his goose tickle. That's why he CS2 back. This shit is a dose of reality. Y'all niggas is entertaining as fuck, bro. Let's go.
And they touched him. As you see, he pulled out the gun. Boom, boom, boom.
Featuring The Adventures of a CI.
So then the witness says he saw a guy in a chicken suit.
A
chicken suit. You're kidding me.
I'm forced to defend myself. Clips, all kind of shit start getting replayed that they may not have. And I don't want to do that because it's halfway you playing with it. I shouldn't even been mentioned. I ain't got nothing to do with no fucking shit. I don't know what that is, bro. I don't know.
I hear you, Wack. He's right now, he's out and about, so he's in this space, but he's not in
I
here.
just want everybody to see.
Yeah, we got you. Wack.
Now back to the back. The nigga for 2 days. I pull up peacefully. So when I start doing my shit, because I'm forced to defend myself, I don't want nobody saying, yo, Wack, why you do that? I want people to start saying, hey, yo, why you do that to him? The nigga ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You hear what I'm saying? I'm forced to defend myself, right? The shit them people saying this man is, shit that them people don't know about.
Wait, was
how
that
my
beef?
side work, shit start getting played. You see what I'm saying? And then they use this shit. I don't want to do that shit. On my daughter's soul, I don't want to do it. But my name got to get clear. You can't play with a man like that. And y'all trying to identify this man as something. And all them clips they got over there, back and forth and this and this and that and all this shit, help stay case. I don't want to do it. Because they don't know where that shit is at. Because it's sitting over there in them 100 archives.
They don't know where it's at. All of the old me and you going back and forth on the internet where you're talking about incriminating yourself in some manner. I don't want to do that, but you finna clear my name or I'm finna do that. I'm gonna reveal all the shit that they don't know about to the feds. This nigga brazy. This nigga
help stay case. I don't want to do it. Because they don't know where that shit is at. Because it's sitting over there in them 100 archives. I just don't know how the fuck I got mentioned in some shit. If you don't know these people, how the fuck I supposed to know these people? I don't know what the fuck you got going on.
That
That ain't
nigga
where I'm from. I don't hang over there. Hell, I've never seen you in real life, Hocus. I ain't never seen this man in real life ever in my life. How the fuck all of a sudden I got something to do with his shit? And I think sometimes people be delusional because if you doing something in 2020 or 2019 and you turn over a new leaf in 2023, 2024, 2025, they don't give a fuck about what you doing now. They talking about what the fuck they got record of what you doing prior before. And this is what a lot of dumb
know what the fans
stupid
give a
ass
fuck
street niggas.
about.
I hate these self-centered, stupid ass street is making me mad now. Motherfucker, you rat!
Like, comment, and subscribe to Damu Kiwe Conversations.
You've got to see this.
Salute.
Featuring The Adventures of a CI.
It's the Crip Cop getting exposed.
He's a buster.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm saying what happened was he used my voice. Listen. Hey, dudes, check this out, homie. He used my voice, okay? Let's just get that straight. I went to Mike's.
The nigga got a bad. Crip Cop got, I'm not 600. Bruh. At the Marathon Burger. No, this is on your page. It's still on your page.
Nah. What you not finna do, this is what we not finna do. See, you niggas is busters. And what y'all not finna do is play with my name. I did this before. Listen, I helped the feds. I seen the feds.
This nigga went to jail with his gloves on. Then he's shaking.
At Big U's house. I helped him. I seen him.
This vehicle is not law enforcement.
And you niggas is over here trying to use AI. I told y'all L to do it. I know voiceovers. It's a voiceover. You niggas use my voice.
12 seconds later.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's EIL, Gregory. Yeah. No, this is on your page. It's still on your page.
No, neighbor.
Victory. The Adventures of a CI.
Hit that like button.
He's a buster.
Like, comment, and subscribe to A Dose of Reality TV. A Dose of Reality TV.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
They talking about 2019, 2020. They ain't talking about the work you doing now. I was a different nigga 10 years ago. What the fuck that got to do with me? Now, either he gonna clear me, or I'm gonna go on these platforms starting tomorrow, because I'm down here in Miami now, and I'm gonna start clearing myself. And when I speak, they're gonna take it. When we press play over there, they're gonna take that shit with his voice. Sex, money, murdering, and all this other shit. When we press play over there, they're gonna take that shit with his voice. Sex, money, murdering, and all this other
shit. So he got his voice talking about sex, money, murder. This nigga is labeling niggas gang members and threatening that he has the evidence. Nigga, this is nasty work. Hey, Hocus 4/5, you already on an indictment. Be very careful, because they got superseding indictments. First superseding, second superseding, nigga, and it sound like CS2 back is threatening you, nigga. Be cautious, nigga.
Like a damn snitch. Oh man, that's cool. Look like you about ready to go tell on somebody right damn now. Why you flash like that?
So I just rather he say, you know what, Wack, I shouldn't have did that, bro. You right. You ain't got nothing to do with nothing. One way or another, he gonna clear me, I'm gonna clear me. I don't want to do it. Because once I tell them niggas I got over there, they gonna play everything, and I guarantee you it end up in the paper. You know how I know?
Like what?
The nigga named Luke Cannon and Big U that I'm watching it happen to.
You watching it happen?
Once I tell them niggas I got over there, they gonna play everything, and I guarantee you it end up in the paper. You know how I know? Because it's a nigga named Luke Cannon and Big U that I'm watching it happen to.
Like a damn snitch? Oh man, that's cool.
Coming soon to A Dose of Reality TV.
Go stream that section by Yael featuring Joe Mose and Coyote. That's real.
Yes, it is true. I am WACK100. This is how I have truly looked all along. And let me tell you, I have put more people away than a rat with a burner phone and a conscience.
Tickle my goose.
Tickle my goose.
Wack is a hoe.
I've been undercover ever since my Texas case, maybe even before that.
Yes, my name is Reggie. I'm his master.
I've been undercover ever since my Texas case, maybe even before that.
Yes, my name is Reggie. I'm his master.
It's Bliss.
Like, comment, and subscribe to A Dose of Reality TV.
You all hoes for that. 600 a hoe. Wack is a hoe. Reggie is a hoe. You all hoes for that. All hoes for that. This the story of a plan at death row since way back. Reggie Wright put in his spawn, so you know Wack's a rat. 2006 until sad was the murders act. Who's Wack's brother 2025?
Still no get back.
So Bobby Jones gets the rental, him and Cash is in the catalog. Speeding through real Texas, got cracked with 3 straps. Transfer to Be-More, Texas, on Fed, hold this all facts. This is when Wack first told that rat is a hoe for that.
A dose of reality TV. Nigga.
And that's all, folks.
That's EIL right there, too. EIL, bro. Keyway pop star, nigga. The Keyway pop star, nigga. A Dose of Reality TV. First of all, salute to A Dose of Reality TV. Please go subscribe over there if you ain't already subscribed. He needs to know that y'all appreciate that talent over there. You know what I'm saying? So, was that song made with Suno? I don't know. Let me see what the things. Was that song made with Suno? I don't know. I wrote that song. Yeah, thanks for introducing these to us. Yeah, I wrote the song. But hey, the lyrics. But was that song made with Suno? Not with Suno. I made the song, wrote the song, and then he made it like that. But check this out. You're talking about the evolution of entertainment on the net. A Dose of Reality was the first one in our demographic with these dope-ass cartoons to internet personalities. But not only was he the first, because just because you come with it don't mean you do it the best. And this is not that case. He does it the best. He creates content, which obviously it's an advertisement game, right? YouTube pay me through Google AdSense for the advertisement, the commercials that people see when they watch the show. They want y'all to see these commercials. They get paid for y'all to see these commercials, those commercials, and then once they get paid, they pay me, right? Ever so many commercials. So what A Dose of Reality TV then did is he's showing when he's marketing the Damu Kiwe Conversations. Go subscribe to this. When he's marketing A Dose of Reality TV, you know, when he's shouting out these brands, those could be your brands. That could be your company. Tailor-made with a commercial through the dopest content on the web. Hashtag ETE. You know what I'm saying? Edified through entertainment. Expose the exposers. Man, I'm so happy for Yael. I'm so happy for Scandalous Los Angeles TV. So happy for Straight No Chase. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy for everybody, A Dose of Reality TV, that came to the internet to do something positive and acted on that, are able to make money off of that. And it's only bigger things to come. Y'all can trust and believe that. Active Chucks ENT. Hey, I watched it 4 or 5 times, champ. Yeah, that shit is dope. So, A Dose of Reality TV, I'm finna put that link in the chat. Please go run that up. Tell them that I sent you with an ETE or a Damu Kiwe Conversation. I really appreciate that. That's the brother. Shalawam. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the real content of the day. That was supposed to come yesterday. YouTube playing with his money, some issue or something. But the content for today is Pac's birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to Tupac Shakur, the GOAT. We're going to check out this smoked out TV news. Hashtag ETE. Expose the exposers.
Act 1976, aka the Fair Use Doctrine, presented by Smoked Out TV News. Smoked Out TV News is a commentary and reaction channel. All content here is transformed with critique, opinion, and humor. Used for news, education, and awareness. 100% legal under fair use. Clips are paused, analyzed, discussed, and reacted to. This is not re-uploaded or copied content. This is transformative content and fully protected. Any voices or videos recorded from public platforms Clubhouse, YouTube, etc. are public domain once broadcasted and are legally used under fair use.
Salute. What's good? Smoked Out TV fam? It's your boy Simply Talking, and today we're diving into part 1 of Tupac Decoded, WACK100's connection to EOne Entertainment. Fired up by Doc Hicks TV. WACK100 repping hard, linking himself to EOne/Koch, the same indie distribution outfit that dropped Death Row back in the day, hotintthewhiphop.com. He's trying to ride that Tupac legacy wave. But is it genuine, or is this a sting setup? Why EOne? Because they were the gatekeepers for Pac's posthumous catalog, and Wack, Loudmouth, or Lionheart. He's talking moves, connections, business plans, even before the movie drop on June 16th. We break down his claims, his receipts, and whether he's just echoing Funk Flex's hype campaign or rewriting hip-hop history. Strap in, y'all. By the end of this video, you'll know if Wack's playing chess or checkers with Tupac's name. Let's roll.
Now, this first part that I'm playing is a discussion with an individual that we're going to remain anonymous at this particular time. You know, just if this individual decides that he wants to put out his name, but he's close to the situation. I'm not going to disclose his area or anything because he has a lot of ties and piecing different things together. But this is a discussion that we're going to start. We're going to start a little series. Now, it's named Tupac Decoded. Now, WACK100's association to EOne. Now, this first part is about an hour. I mean, it's about half an hour where just this first initial discussion of us just talking on the phone. Now, after this, I'm playing this for you guys first because I want y'all to get an understanding of what maybe the 3 or 4 part series is going to be about, where we're going to actually sit down, not sit down, but I'm going to have them on the phone and I'm going to actually interview them. I'm going to do different questions so I can break things down. Now, the reason why I'm doing it this way, because I want to give you guys the opportunity in the comment section where if there's any type of questions that you want answered about this whole situation that you may have, you know, after listening to this, if it haven't been answered or if it maybe pop different questions up in your mind, I want you to leave it in the comment section so I can write it down. And the ones I feel like that's most prevalent to this situation, I'm going to ask them and we're going to piece some things together to create dialogue. This is for the sole purposes to create dialogue. So go ahead and check this out and holler at your boy, this DOC. Peace.
Now, before WACK100 even politic and opened his mouth and said he was working for these dudes, people that's already know a little bit about what's going on already know who EOne is. You feel me?
Yeah.
They're basically getting paid. They're basically a company, people to basically destroy the legacy and also, like I mentioned, push the false narrative that Orlando Anderson was the one who killed Pop. You see what I'm saying? These are the people that are involved with the movie. These are the same people that are involved with Folkmaster Flex, all of a sudden just having this random ass rant that can't nobody understand where the fuck it came from.
Right.
That's why he got WACK100 all of a sudden calling Tupac Mama a dope fiend and all this other shit, and people just don't understand where the fuck it's coming from. It's coming from these niggas getting checks that are.
So to undermine those strong people and what they symbolize within our community, that's why they're gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay at under the boot of white supremacy. And all these institutions, these establishments, you know what I'm saying? They've been established since they took these lands and created these laws and these laws of commerce, UCC and all of those things. Let's get to it. Oh, there's some good content. Smoked Out TV News.
Cut from EOne. The first person, I can say the first person, but Greg Cady, the cop who was involved with, this cop was involved with the Biggie case, you know, getting everything together and whatnot. This dude was knocked off the LAPD for changing witness testimonies. So he was already fired by the LAPD. So why is EOne having him as the person who's creating this documentary called The Murder Rap? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're all working for the same entity. EOne not only is in control of Pac, but they're also in control of Dr. Martin Luther King, and they're also in control of Biggie Smalls as well with their likeness. So basically,
Is y'all catching what he's saying though? These artists, when they signing themselves, so say a 360 deal would be the easiest way for me to explain this to you. I'm going to CEO Duke Sims mode right now, right? So a 360 deal would include your display rights, the right to display your image for marketing and promotion purposes, right? So I can make a sweater utilizing your face since I put you on this tour, right? So in that 360 deal, they're able to use your likeness, the creative control, what you utilize, what you can promote and advertise, and what your image cannot promote and advertise. Essentially, they own you. And that even trickles down to the masters of these artists' musical compositions. Why do someone that don't look like us believe and feel entitled to eat off of, exploit compositions of music, beats, lyrics, right? Mixing, mastering. They had nothing to do with the creative process, but they feel entitled for the lion's share of the house. Is that even able in 2025? Because they've been established all of these institutions of equity, of finances, of commerce. Let's get back to the content though. This shit is deep. White man, EOne, they running Greg Caden movie. This is what he's alleging. We need some receipts. Let's go.
This company has, if they wanted to say Martin Luther King was a gay Muslim, they could, because they had, and his family couldn't do shit about it because basically they own the rights to him. You see what I'm saying? Now, you got to know who EOne is. They're connected somehow, some way with Interscope. With Time Warner. Everybody knows Time Warner and Interscope, Jimmy Iovine, all that stuff. They're all in bed with each other. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But the main thing is this company EOne. Now, there's one dude I think you should. I don't know if you've been on your YouTube, but it's one dude, bro, you got to check out. This dude is real instrumental as far as putting all the evidence together. Because see, what's happening now, bro, is you got a lot of people who was involved in that shit in the 90s and early 2000s that are now, without putting their name or putting their face to shit, sliding this man all the evidence that they had before. All the evidence as far as the gun that was used to shoot Tupac. I ain't gonna say kill him, but we're gonna say shoot him because we still don't know what's up with that. Right. It's all kind of stories about how Gaddafi was at the House of Blues and they confiscated the 40 Glock from Gaddafi at the House of Blues, and instead of the Santa Monica police giving the gun back to Compton or giving the gun back to the sheriffs, they gave the gun back to Wright Way Security, who was owned by, of course, Reggie Wright and Reggie Wright Sr.
Now, we went over that. That's not speculation. That's a fact. Kevin, so it was a Hawthorne police or a police officer from not LAPD or the what you call them, but he catches Gaddafi with the blower at the House of Blues. That shit's on the internet. Matter of fact, I'm finna grab that for y'all. But and damn, I don't feel like looking for it. I'm not gonna promise that. Because sometimes be harder to find it. But Reggie Wright goes tell the dude to give him the burner and let the nigga go. He was gonna take him to jail. And I think he already had a prior pistol case too. So Reggie tell him, hey, look, man, and let us get the gun. Reggie not knowing that the gun was given to them by ATF and FBI agent, one of Tupac's bodyguards, Kevin Hackey, right? Kevin Hackey's working for the ATF and the FBI, and they ran the ballistics on the gun when they gave it to him, and it had nothing in the FBI database that matched it. but the shell match, but the ballistics match with a shell found at Tupac shooting. That's not speculation, bro. And guess who got the pistol last? Pork Butt. See, Pork Butt is the plug with EOne. Hey, you know what? Pork Butt is a cold piece of shit. Let me see if I can get this content, because we had one of CS2 back friends, a mountaineer. We had him on the phone one day with Reggie. What the fuck is his name? We'll get to it. Let's get to the content. My bad, man.
The gun was given to them, and the gun was never given to the police. So right then and there, it tells you that these niggas has got something involved with the gun. You get what I'm saying? But I don't want to get too deep into conspiracies because, of course, I could be on the phone with you for hours about this shit, my nigga. Right. But when it comes to the most recent rants from Phone Flex and EOne, Phone Flex and WACK100 is specifically because these niggas are getting checks cut by EOne. Now, Phone Flex, the reason why he crying and all that shit is because he don't want to say what he's saying, but he know he gotta say it because these niggas is paying him to say it. You feel me? And I sent you. Go ahead, my bad.
I don't know. In one of my videos, when I was talking about that Fun Flex shit, I said that I was like, dog, when I really look in his eyes when he crying, it seemed like somebody else is pushing the buttons behind that. Like, he not crying because he emotional, crying like,
there you go.
He really don't want to do this. That's how he really looked at sad in his face.
My nigga, you are so on point. You on point. He don't want to do it because, come on, my nigga, think about it, bro. Think about it. He said what he said, okay? Let's just say for some reason he just slipped up and said some bullshit one day, right? Why does the nigga then tell you to stay tuned for tomorrow, and then he was going to finish what he was saying today, tomorrow, knowing he already got the backlash that one day? Who in their right mind will go back again the next day and then subject themselves to a double dosage of the backlash? It didn't make sense. He was doing that shit because he's getting paid. They're forcing this nigga to do this shit. You feel me? Now, I sent you a link to WACK100. It's an Instagram live feed. He at the airport or whatever. He talking about a gang of other bullshit. But I want to say at 6:04, I think I gave you the number, the minute. He's talked specifically about owning these death row reels and him being hired by EOne to executive produce these songs, to push them out, do what he want to do with them, whatever. Right. And you got to think about how YouTube and shit work and people that are trending, how that work. You got this company, EOne, who could have picked anybody to give this information to, give this shit to, but they chose WACK100. Why did they choose WACK100? He's a loudmouth nigga. He's trendy, got the moment, and it seems, and it's not true, but it seems like everybody in LA scared of this nigga. But that ain't what it is. Right. Now, this is from EOne's perspective. Like, who could we give this?
And it seems like everybody in LA is afraid of this nigga. It's what they believe about LA. Well, he said Right Way Security, owned by Reggie Wright Jr. and Reggie Wright Sr. Hey, Big Gov, salute. What up, bro?
My guy, what up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good, man. I'm glad you with us. This is, for those who don't know, Big Gov in the flesh. The D is in the building. Shout out to Detroit, man.
Yeah.
You hear them talking about the intellectual property, the masters. And I question, why is it that the Mountaineers feel entitled that they don't pay for studio time for you for free, because they're going to pull that out your royalties. They don't write the lyrics. They don't produce the beat. They don't mix and master the track. They don't even design the album cover artwork, but they feel they should take a lion's share and own the shit that you done created.
Yep. Well, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, man. One of our own sold us out. And once Russell Simmons decided to sell hip hop, he sold the culture, bro. When he sold Def Jam, he pretty much sold the culture. And at the end of the day, it ain't really much we could do because shit, our money don't match theirs. And you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just really what it is, bro. A lot of people don't want to like take that as the truth, but it is what it is. Like I sat back and I watched the game change just based on that decision alone to sell Def Jam, and then everybody else started following suit once they seen how much money was in it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when all the game started changing. Leor Cohen, and what's the other dude name?
Greg
The black
Rubin.
dude?
Greg
No,
Rubin is well. This is what how I viewed it. Right. Pardon me. Finish your thought, and then I'll go into it. Go ahead.
what was the guy named? The other guy named the black dude that was with Leor Cohen at Def Jam. I know he ended up going over the 300 with him.
Right.
Kevin Lyles. Kevin Lyles. So the whole idea of a 360 deal was drawn up and put together by them.
Yeah, Lyles did it, right?
Yep.
Russell Simmons, Kevin Lyles, yeah, Matrix 2030, salute. Yeah, but I'm really heavy on that, right? Especially ownership of intellectual property. They exploited. This was the craziest part, right? After they done worked all of these hip hop dudes up out of their masters, those lucky to retrieve their masters and get them back, and that's very far and in between, right? They done took down the equity value, and then they invest into a publicly trade Spotify or Apple Music, right? They make sure that they have a lot of interest in Spotify, right? I think they IPO was something like 100 million the first year. Man, Taylor Swift is gonna get more spins and record sales just because she has the machine behind her. You know what I'm saying? It's in Spotify's interest, YouTube, to push this through their algorithm. You know what I'm saying? This is how they're making money together. But even when they give it to them at the end, bro, in some of these situations, now they're not fighting for a percentage of a penny. You know what I'm saying? Your stream is like, for pennies, it's a percentage of the pennies now. You know what I'm saying? A stream, bro, you know how hard it was to get 1 million streams, 2 million streams. You know what I'm saying? It happens, especially musically, if it encompasses the culture, authenticity. Certain things is just gonna hit with the musical inflict, that beat of that drum, right? Is that energy is gonna connect, that hunger gonna connect.
Yep.
But ultimately, that's what I wanted to ask you was more about that intellectual property, man, and how they said tiny hats. Right, give Milan, you don't know what tiny hats is, my nigga. Hey,
man,
we know you wasn't at the barbecue, bro. Yeah.
Hey, Deuce, I'm gonna say this too. I just want to add this to it too. EOne capitalized the most out of everybody off of the whole idea of 360 deals.
Well, I can't say that, maybe later on, but as Koch Records, they were the anti-industry. Remember, Koch Records was a indie distributor at first, and then it excelled into a mini major. Nigga, them motherfuckers got acquired, turned to EOne. Really, it was on the back, and it's crazy because it's Tupac's birthday. On the back of the Tupac Shakur Masters.
Mm-hmm.
That deal, I'm finna break that shit down after this video, and we're gonna leave it here and get back to the content. But that deal it was enough equity within All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli, and the masters thereof that they knew they'll be able to use the equity in that towards investing in loans and to do bigger business. That became a mini major, bro. You know what I'm saying? Remember Jim Jones, $7 off of them Dipset mixtapes. Koch Records was eating. You didn't have to do $1 million. Fat Joe, nigga, you do. Fat Joe did $1 million. He did. That was that one with Wayne, Make It Rain.
Right.
Nigga get $7 a album.
My second distribution deal was with Koch. So that's why I said what I said. When it came down to EOne, they flipped the script because that's when they started adding all the, like, bro, they took everything they seen in the industry and started capitalizing off of it once they added it to EOne. Once they switched over to EOne and got all that new personnel over there, it was a wrap, bro. It was a wrap. I was over there the same time Royce was over there.
Oh, Royce 59. Shout out Royce 59. Yeah. Cameron, literally the company behind Swift is called Big Machine Records. Yeah, come on, man. They got the machine behind her. Vito Corleone, salute Deuce and y'all. And the chat. Let's get to the content because we got some more stuff. We got some from Scandalous too. Hey, listen, the Damu Keyway conversation and ETE, hands down, the coldest operation on the net, nigga. Dope ass talent. Street savvy, street credibility, authenticity. Man, hit that like button.
So they pick WACK100. WACK100 is a nigga. He's managing game, managing Ray J, but who knows if he making real bread like that? You feel me? So I'm pretty sure he took that job knowing what the backlash was going to be, but he still took it. You feel me? Now 40 Glock, take it for what it's worth. 40 Glock even mentioned the fact that that WACK100 in the mid 90s was trying to be a bodyguard for Suge. Not in the mid 90s, bro, but after Death Row had Pac had died and Snoop had left, and they was kind of resurrecting the role, and I think Corrupt had became like a president, some shit or whatnot. WACK100 at that time was trying to become a bodyguard, and Suge wasn't fucking with it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So now it's like, I wouldn't say the roles are reversed, but now WACK100 got his little clout up and his little shit up or whatever. Now it's kind of like he kind of some sort of a boss. You know what I mean? So E100 looked at him like, okay, I think we should target him as the nigga that we get to do all this shit to. You see what I'm saying? That's why they picked nigga from the East Coast, Flex. They got a voice, they got a mouth. They picked the nigga from the West Coast. They couldn't pick Big Boy or nobody like that because that they wasn't gonna go for it. They picked a perfect nigga, WACK100. You feel me? Yeah. Now, I don't mean to go on and on, but this company, and you gotta know who Greg Kading is. This motherfucker is a dirty ass cop. For one, he was, like I told you, he was kicked off the LAPD for changing witness statements about not only the big case, but all kind of other cases and shit. And he got fired, but his official term, I guess, was retired. And the only reason why they retired him was because if they would have fired him, every case he worked on, all them niggas would have had to let go free by law, I guess. Mm-hmm. So instead of releasing some prisoners and shit, they like, my nigga, you just need to retire. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So he gracefully walked away for the sake of the prisoners not being coming free. But he's got files on him for pointing guns at black kids, planting guns on niggas in Compton. This dude is dirty as fuck. And EOne chose this man not only to destroy put the Orlando Anderson narrative together, but to also keep Biggie Smalls' mom away from winning her, I forget how many $1 million it was, a settlement, basically discrediting anything and basically saying it was the East Coast West Coast shit that killed Biggie. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And because when Greg Kading was doing his investigation, not one time did he ever include all the dirty cops that were in play here. Now, on the contrary, you got Russell Poole, rest in peace. Okay, I don't know if you know about Russell Poole, but Russell Poole was an LAPD detective, the real LAPD detective who was killed for solving the case. He's dead now. For one, not only did he solve the Tupac murder because he received the confession letter, which Greg Kading and them trying to discredit, but he received the confession letter from the niggas who did it, which were the Patton brothers, little half-dead Snoop cousin. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. Little half-dead Snoop cousin, the Patton brothers, and one of them undercover officers were the 4 people in that car that went and killed Pac. But what the murder rap DVD from Greg Kading can tell you is that Keefy D from Southside Compton Crip was in that car, and Orlando Anderson was in that car, and Orlando Anderson got jumped in the casino. So, okay, now let's go get the get back, and let's go also get the get back and get the money from Puff Daddy that he put on the head of Pac. This is all Greg Kading's story. You see what I'm saying? And this is a story that, like I said, was all fabricated to take the true story on who really killed Pac and what the true reason was. And not only kill Pac, but it was also a coup to kill Suge Knight, because at the time in '96, Death Row was worth $500 million. Right now, that's like almost $2 billion if you talk inflation numbers and shit like that. So think about it. You got a black man from Compton owning a damn near $1 billion record company. These Jewish white people was not feeling that. So the lawyer of Suge Knight, David Kenner, okay, who's now no longer his lawyer anymore, David Kenner was the one who implicated Suge Knight in the kicking of Orlando Anderson on the ground. Orlando Anderson told the police and told everybody that Suge Knight did not kick him. He said, Suge Knight didn't kick me, Suge Knight didn't kick me. The lawyer of Suge Knight provided the MGM footage to the table. So basically, he incriminated his own client. On purpose, by the way, because it was a coup to take away Death Row, to take away all that shit from both them niggas.
So he wanted the judge to feel like they was trying to pull one over him so that he could violate Suge Knight for the Tupac stomping. So that's why we gonna pay him $60,000. They paid Orlando Anderson $60,000 and say Suge was trying to break it up, but he knew they wasn't gonna buy it. That nigga was trying to, him, Reggie, Jimmy, Dre, they all wanted Suge locked up, nigga. They tricked that nigga ass off the street, nigga, so they could steal his company, could steal his way, and do business without having to be in fear of him. And then they picked them off one by one, bro. Cold infiltration, bro.
And give it, they basically do what they're doing now, living off the residual wealth and all the shit that Pac did before so his white people could get paid for it. But back to Russell Poole. Russell Poole found out all the stuff with the case based on evidence. Not only did he take this evidence with the confession letter to the sheriff's department, he also uncovered the plot to kill Suge Knight at the One Oak Club. I don't know if the club is in LA or in Vegas. I think it's in LA. I'm from LA. I don't know why I don't know if the club out here. But the One Oak Club where Chris Brown, it was the Chris Brown party. I don't know if you remember this, bro, but it was a Chris Brown party. I think Tony Parker, the basketball player, got his eye cut, some more shit or whatever. Anyway, at that party, Suge Knight got shot 5 times. Now, you tell me what nigga get shot on accident 5 times. Right. Even the innocent bystander. Don't no nigga get shot. 1 in the leg, 1 to the heart. 5 times, nigga. Come on. Don't nobody get shot 5 times. But hear me out, though. Russell Poole, rest in peace, got the surveillance of the LAPD cop who picked the shooters up from the airport and dropped the shooters off. Okay?
I never heard that Russell Poole had the video footage of that. Let's go.
And so he took this evidence of the confession letter, okay, all the other evidence that he had, the footage of the LA sheriff cop picking these niggas up and taking them off. He took all that to a meeting at the LA Sheriff's County Department office
50 grand
to tell them about the shit that he had, to tell them basically Greg Kading's lying and full of shit. And this is the real story. Russell Poole never leaves that meeting. He dies in that meeting from a heart attack. Okay? Right. Yes. Right. So you already know Orlando Anderson's dead. Russell Poole is dead. Frank Alexander, Tupac's ex-bodyguard, who kind of cracked all this shit open with the 2-hour play-by-play analysis on what happened the last night Pac was alive, is dead. All these niggas are coming up dead, bro.
So this
But
is
the
why.
people,
So when people feel
Hey,
like,
nah, Shad,
you know, WACK 100, if it's the
Shad, that might have been an allegation on there too. But the reason that Suge went back to the pen because he was on joint suspension. That joint suspension ain't no wiggling up out of that, nigga. That nigga David Kenner knew that shit. They all knew it. That's how they got Suge out the way and stole his shit.
interview I just did, and this just did with one of WACK 100 homies from his hood that's really like his OG. He was like, nobody standing behind WACK on
Drake
none of
one
this
of them
shit. So
dead.
people wondering like, okay, if his own hood not standing behind him, he feel this comfortable going this hard, knowing that there's millions of Tupac fans, and he got to feel untouchable. So the EOne is, you said, basically the motherfuckers that's
I know
behind him,
heart
and they
attack, nigga,
basically
heart
willing to
attack
protect him. But
gun.
this is what's crazy to me. So I'm wondering if EOne owns the rights or the likeness to an individual. You know what I mean? That's similar to like, okay, EOne owns the likeness to the car that's in front of you or whatever. I don't understand why would they want to shit on this if this is their moneymaker. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that part of it. It seems like that's kind of going at it backwards. Like, why would you want to make everybody dislike something that's basically your moneymaker that you want to go, that you're trying to really, in essence, sell to the people?
that's a great question. That's a great question. And basically, how I can answer that is they basically get paid off the good and they get paid off the bad. So you got WACK 100 talking all this shit. People are still tuning in to hear what he got to say. People are still tuning in. No matter what our opinion is, we still gonna click like. I mean, we still gonna click play. You feel me? We still gonna, and they gonna get paid off of it if our opinion is shitty of it or we love it. They gonna get paid off the play. You see what I'm saying?
Because I've been noticing when I go back and watch my videos, a lot of the Tupac movie ads is running on my shit. You know what I'm saying? So and I was thinking, I'm like, anywhere I go, they get promotion out of it. Because that's what the dude, Chief Principal, was saying in the interview I put up today. He was like, he said WACK 100 told him, he didn't say, WACK 100 didn't tell him who. He was just like, someone paid him $150,000 to do this. But it's crazy because like the interview was 43 minutes, and it's like, it's crazy because no one, that's the main part of the video I wanted people to listen to, and it's like no one's really, I'm like, fuck all the other shit he talking about, WACK 100 ain't no shooter, this and that. I'm like, that's what's
fuck all
important.
that. Yeah.
You know what
Thank
I'm saying?
you, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh man, you go ahead.
Shout out to the homie G Principal. That's who they was talking about.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it's like I'm trying to figure out some type of way to. That's why I was like, do you have anything like in black and white? So if I do want to press that issue and not press it hard, because it sounds like this some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
bro,
you don't know who a motherfucker might try to come. It makes me where, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. It made me, since I started doing all this stuff. Every so often being a YouTuber, some people will try to put copyrights on your shit or whatever. Now, if a month, say for you got a YouTube and you put up something, I can put a false copyright on your stuff, then you gotta appeal it. Now, if you appeal it, you know what I'm saying? Say for you appeal it, now I can reject it. Now, if you know you in the right, that makes you want to appeal it again. Now, if you appeal it again, it turns it into a legal process where YouTube lets them know like your full name, you know, your address and everything associated to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where I didn't have to go back and get a PO box and all that stuff for that reason. So I'm like, you never know how people behind the scenes are thinking. Like, if we really want to know who's behind this channel, we can find out this motherfucker's home address by just doing that simple thing. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so
sir.
like, I want to, you know, do the journalistic work to put this shit out there, but it's like, damn, how hard can you push?
How far do you? Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
That man, you so on point, bro. Because I was thinking this is like, man, this shit gets so deep. Like you said, you don't know how deep you want to go. Like, how deep do you go before they start coming for you? You get what I'm saying? Like, and I understand, bro. And I feel, and I love your channel, bro. You're doing some real good shit. And that's why when I'm like, bro, this dude is so close, but only if he, because it's just one dude, man. You got to look at this dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Tanique Reviews. Okay. Now, in my opinion, I think this dude is gonna wind up dying pretty soon. Okay. For the simple fact, he is the guy that is ordering all the FBI files, okay? Everybody that got some information about it, they're sending it to him, and he's somewhat spearheading this movement to get somebody prosecuted. And long story short, the brother is closer than ever before. I mean, he's close to the point where he got Russia. He's flying out to Russia today to go get some shit that the Russians got on Tupac. Because I guess the Russians were spying on the U.S. or some shit at that time, and they got some shit on Tupac and Biggie that they're threatening the United States with, or the FBI with. But you know, the FBI, they in transition right now. So they just fired their director, and they got a new nigga coming in, and Trump just let him go. So they going through a lot right now. But long story short, literally Russia says they have information about this shit that'll crack it all open. So you got niggas that are literally flying out to Russia today to go and get that information, or at least with their Freedom of Information Act, see what they can get on what's going on.
Right.
Now, like I'm telling you, your boy, like you smart, bro. You putting it together yourself. It just don't make sense for a nigga to throw himself into the fire like that.
Right.
You feel me? And he told his boy that he was getting 150 racks.
Yeah.
He getting more than 100. He getting more than 150 racks, bro.
Because
when he said that in the
interview, when he said in the interview, like, I just let him talk. 'Cause I wanted to see how far he was gonna go. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of times, you know, like when you're doing an interview, you don't really want to like keep hitting them with questions, because then you might not, you might stop them from really saying some real shit. You just want to kind of
Vlad TV.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Just let them go, because then they might really get into some real shit. So I was just letting them talk. And he was like, so in my mind when he said it, it kind of threw me off my next question. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. I'm like, he just said some real shit. And I'm like, damn. I wonder, in my mind, I'm like, okay, people gonna catch this, but I'm like, damn, he don't do it. What type of proof do we got other than him just saying he kind of dogging WACK100 and then implying this? Is people gonna believe it? And then I'm just constantly scrolling through my comments all day. I only seen maybe 3 or 4 people actually pick up on it. I had to actually make a comment myself inside of my comment section and post it at the top of the comment section with the timestamp of him saying it, because I want people to actually see it. You know what I'm saying? Hear what he's saying, because I'm like, that's the most important shit. You know why? Because that's answering the question of why people are like, why after 20 years? But let me ask you this: so the dude you mentioned something about somebody named Keefy D. Is Keefy D still alive?
Yo, good question. Keefy D and man, God don't like ugly, bro. Look, Keefy D still alive, right? So basically, what Keefy D told Greg Kading basically coerced him or whatever, but in order for Keefy D to get out of the penitentiary, he basically told the story. He fabricated the story about him and Orlando Brown in the car. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, he told this story, and he got out of jail. So here comes Russell Pools following up on Keefy D, like, I'm finna re-interview Keefy D and see what's up with this shit, right?
Right.
No, RJ Bond, which is Russell Pools' partner. RJ Bond wasn't a cop like Russell Poole, but he was his partner with this documentary. So RJ Bond re-interviews Keefy D, and Keefy D tell you straight up, he lied just to get out of the pen.
Right.
He said he told Greg Kading everything he wanted to hear just to get out. And I can find that and send that to you, nigga. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a live. I'm gonna send some shit to you, by the way, like, you know, throughout the day, and some days coming, I'm gonna send some shit to you that may help you. Okay. But Keefy D said that. So his shit is discredited. Now, where's Keefy D now? He got cancer. And word on the street is Keefy D got something to say before he died. You feel me? That he got, you know, something that he want to get off his chest, so to speak. So if Keefy D come up dead before he died of cancer, then we know why. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm guarantee you that he want to come out. First of all, he already said he was lying, but I think he want to come out even more like, because Keefy D is Orlando Anderson's uncle. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if people knew that. That's his uncle. You know what I'm saying? They from the same hood, same everything. And like I said, he got cancer, and he's basically coming out saying that shit ain't true. But people, they got billions of dollars to push their narrative. That's the thing.
Greg,
you know, it's like a campaign when you running for president. This man may be a better president, but this motherfucker got $1 billion in campaign money. He gonna win.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. But I'm telling you, bro, the free press, people like yourself, are going to be the people that crack this shit open, because niggas like you can't be bought. I'm not saying you know, a nigga can't give you some money, but it's a certain limit. It's a certain level you willing to go, bro. I hear you. You feel
want
me?
to keep your integrity as well. You know what I mean? Like, you want people when they come into your, platform, that they can kind of have trust in what you're saying, that you're not creating a narrative. Like, listening to all this stuff that you're saying, it's making me think back of maybe like a month ago, they was like, Suge Knight finally reveals who killed Tupac. And then I just seen a video maybe like 3-4 days ago where WACK100 was like, he talked to Suge on the phone, blah, 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 and he's supposed to be getting out in 90 days.
Norman died.
Okay, now let me elaborate on that. Man, you on point, bro. I love it. Let me elaborate on that. Now,
crazy.
The first thing you said was, what was the first thing you said? Fuck.
What about Suge admitting that after all this time that
yes. Okay, so with that was, like I said, Suge had a lawyer. His name was David Kenner. He was the lawyer that was doing everything. He's the corrupt lawyer that basically got all this shit cracking. You feel me? He's the Jewish lawyer, you feel me, that wanted to take death row from Suge, and he took it from Suge with the help of Suge's ex-wife, Sharita Knight, and of course with the head of Right Way Security, Reggie Wright, and ex-police captain Reggie Wright. Okay, so these just so you know who they are. Okay, now his new lawyer, his name is Thaddeus. I forget his last name or first name, but his name is Thaddeus something. He signed an affidavit, basically saying that the story that Russell Poole and R.J. Bond came up with was indeed the true story. Word is, Suge shedded a tear when Russell Poole and R.J. Bond told her, because they hadn't talked to Suge at all. They didn't get no interview from Suge, none of that whatsoever. They got the story together and reached out to Suge Knight's lawyer, who indeed Suge Knight's lawyer got the story from them and told to Suge, and Suge basically signed off on it. Like, he was surprised that these men were so on point with the story, and the lawyer signed the affidavit. That's why they keeping his ass in there on $25 million bail, because they want him to agree to the murder rap theory instead of the Russell Poole R.J. Bond theory, which is the true story. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they got him in. That's why and also another thing about that shit with Suge real quick was when he went over there to Tams and he ran over the nigga at Tams, they was trying to kill him, because if you don't know, Dr. Dre owed Suge Knight $330 million.
Damn.
Okay. When Suge Knight, hear me out, bro. Think about the movie NWA, and I'm not just basing this off the movie. I'm just giving you an example. Think about the movie NWA at the end when Dr. Dre left Suge Knight. What did Dre leave with? He left with nothing but his talent. He signed a lifetime deal with Suge Knight. So Suge Knight gets 30% of everything. That was a young nigga making a dumbass business decision when he was young, but you could tell Dre just wanted to get out of death row, so he just did what he did and he left. With that being said, he signed a 30% contract with Suge Knight. So everything Dre got, Suge got 30%. Same thing Eazy-E was doing to his artists, because Eazy-E wanted to do distribution deals. And man, this shit gets so deep. And that's why they really killed Eazy-E, but we talk about that another time. Eazy-E was getting real big into black distribution and wanted to own the distribution. So long story short, Suge Knight wasn't tripping on Dre leaving because of the distribution deal, not the distribution deal, but the 30% lifetime management deal that he had with Dre. So when Dre sold Life Beats to Apple, okay, Dre Beats to Apple for $1 billion. You do the math. Right. I mean, it's $330 million that's due to Suge Knight. Okay, and you can go look that up on Google right now. Right. But we already knew about that before Google before it was even in the search engines, because we know what the contract was, not the contract, but what the agreement was when he left, and we know he's supposed to be getting his money. So Suge Knight wanted his money, right? Not only do we want his $330 million from Dre, he wanted his $200-something million for his likeness in the movie that he didn't receive, and even Ice Cube said he needed to receive. Right. So they called this a meeting to talk about the money, maybe set a deal, maybe do this. So they say, oh man, come to Tams. So Suge Knight said, okay, fuck it. I go see about my money. I go to Tams. I pull up. It ain't nothing but niggas I know I fuck with there, right? So he pull up. When he pull up, he see niggas lurking in the bushes. He see niggas cocking shit. And then he see his homeboy trying to come up to him. He see his homeboy got a fucking gun. Suge Knight ain't stupid. He getting the fuck out of there because he know these niggas finna set him up. They coming to talk about millions of dollars, bro. We ain't talking a couple of racks. We talking about nigga $500 million. They talking that they owe this man.
Right.
So with the help of the sheriff's police department, with the sheriff's department, because like I said, Compton Police Department, when they disbanded, because I don't know if you know, Compton used to have their own police department. Then with corruption and the Rampart scandal, they were disbanded. Once they disbanded, the LA County Sheriffs took over jurisdiction. Most of those cops that were in Compton Police Department went over to the LA Sheriff's Department and basically fucked with the same area that they were fucking with the police department prior. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With that being said, they still got connections with those folks. Some of them niggas is captains now, all kind of shit. So they played it so when no police was finna come up around that time.
Yeah.
You feel me? So Suge Knight goes to talk about this shit, and like I said, he see his homies niggas creeping up with burners. He get the fuck out of there. He run the nigga over that one of the niggas over that, was conspiring to kill him, and he get out.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to pay. Dr. Dre had that nigga set up because he didn't want to pay that nigga that money.
So then, basically, if he didn't run that dude over, that would have been the end of him that day. They was gonna get him out of there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you think it's a coincidence that Tupac mom dies before this movie?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's all that shit from the outside looking in. I'm like, come on, man. It gotta be something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm trying to tell you, bro. And hear me when I say the feds are watching this shit, bro. The feds are watching this shit, bro. They are watching this shit, bro. Not only are they watching this shit, bro.
whose side
My
are you
nigga.
think they on? You think they on the Jewish in them side, or do you think the feds want to crack this case, or you think because there's so much money involved, they might have a sleeper or something up in the feds that's not really tripping?
Good question. I think the feds are divided because, for one, you got good niggas in the feds, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the thirsty people in the feds. But the key thing is that's going to help the feds. Because, see, the key thing is that's going to help the feds say, okay, let's try to do something, is the fact, and it's going to sound real crazy.
All right, fam. That was part one. We laid the foundation. WACK100's claiming that connection, waving that EOne flag, feeding us the Tupac narrative. But is it smoke and mirrors? In part two, we'll dig into his audio receipts, the tapes that could either prove his case or bury it. So if you're feeling this breakdown, smash that like, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Drop a comment. Do y'all believe Wack's strategy, or is he just another clout chaser in hip-hop's shadow? I'm simply talking. You're locked into Smoked Out TV News. Catch y'all in part two, where the tape don't lie. Peace.
Smoked Out TV News. Salute to the bro for the dope ass content, man. It covered a lot, and especially for Tupac's birthday, man. It was right on time. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Salute Duke Sims. Peace to the tribes in North America. Sagittarius Jones. Sagittarius Jones. But look, so let's talk about EOne. I'm going to be releasing, I told y'all, go to the Patreon. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Subscribe to the Patreon. Come support us. You'll get exclusive content. So what we're going to do is we're going to release the call with Alan Grumblock. I had a Reggie Wright call Alan Grumblock before. So we're going to get into that. Since we're talking about EOne, we're going to be dropping that. Go to the Patreon. Salute to those who already joined the Patreon. Hey, the Damu Keyway Conversations. My goal is to get 100 people to join us, the Patreon, that'll allow me to continue to expand on the content we're creating, more bang for our buck. It takes a lot of time to get all the content. You know what I'm saying? So we do need whatever support you can support. That kind of commitment is big, but if you fucking with us, fuck with us. We also got a video coming with Scandalous Los Angeles TV, right? Marty. We not crazy, sis. So here you got Koch Records, complete. This is before it was EOne, right? Complete artist roster. So these are some of the artists we're talking about. 40 Cal. Calvin Allen Bird, born December 1781, professionally known by a stage name 40 Cal, is an American rapper, member of the Harlem-based hip-hop group The Diplomats. Clark Kent, 504 Boys. Y'all remember that? Wobble Wobble, Shake It, Shake It, right? They distributed that. Ace Hood was distributed through EOne. Koch. OG Kid Frost, a legend in LA. You know what I'm saying? Arturo Molina Jr. You know what I'm saying? AZ. If y'all niggas on the East Coast and y'all don't know about AZ, y'all niggas don't know about one of the most underrated rappers in the game. That's Nas boy. Be Legit, and he was in the firm with Dr. Dre and Nas and them. Be Legit, that's E40 brother. BG, I know y'all fuck with Chopper City in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? He was a hot boy, Bahamadia. That was big. But other than that, I'm just want y'all to see that Big Mo. That underground shit was killing. Big Pokey. You know what I'm saying? Texas. Bizarre from D12, right? Let me keep going on. So this company, EOne, I guess that was all the ones they showing me right now. So let's kill that now. Stop screen. So where's part 2? He dropping part 2 today, Big Gub. He said tonight, Smoked Out TV News is dropping part 2. Facts again, Ma. I think she died of a broken heart for real. Somebody said 504 Boys. Yeah, they was up under distribution. Dipset, Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes. But they got, this is the biggest part about it. Koch Records was considered an independent distributor, right? So let me see if I can find that real quick. I know I got it. Okay, so that's a list of the band. Bear with me. Tupac Shakur estate finally. We're going to do that. Hey, hold on. Let's get the music going. I got to run and use the bathroom. Y'all got to bear with me for a second, man. Give me a couple seconds. All right. See what y'all saying in the chat. Mo Green, hip hop ain't got flow like back in the day. A question these dudes just talking with no street flow, that bounce club and street, new age beat and flow loss compared to the 90s. Cameron, I thought I was the ish when that song came out with my 20s on Gallant. 41st Waters Avenue, Chris, salute. Oh man, Renegade Duchess, prayers to you and your family. I got this Chuck Slade still listening. We gonna be here. Just make sure y'all do that. If y'all want to see that, if y'all want to hear that conversation with Alan Grunblock and Deuce M and Reggie, y'all can go onto the Patreon. I have it there by the morning. Salute, salute, salute. So let's get into this. Oh, hold on. What do you say? The club bounces where the horns going off used to be the rush. Hit a crazy drop on a fat tune, and the house is one dance party. I love it. Gotta run back when I get there. I remember 50 Clown Cameron on live radio was signing with Koch. However, when Jim Jones came out with Ballin', it was on Koch and they made a gang of money off of it. Yeah, I think they did. It went platinum, so 1 million times $7 million. I think they probably out that 7 million that it grossed. He probably got a third. I don't know how much he got. Whoever was running the Dipset shit, it might have been Cameron, but it might have been him. But gonna be gone for a little while, but we'll always be listening. In for a few months, I'm on a mission. Hey, listen, the guy take Cobbins. Prayers to you, brother. We salute you. Take whatever time you need. Slim Reaper, how big were Eric B and Rakim, Deuce? I used to listen to them back in the early 1990s. I had a couple of their cassette tapes. Nigga, Rakim, the guy you spelled Rakim. You talking about the guy and Eric B? EPMD too, but the guy? Damn, nigga, look up to you gotta look up to, come on, man. He's one of the GOAT. But this was a XXL article on EOne, right? I mean, on Tupac Shakur estate finally awarded his unreleased. Hold on, let me get that right now. I gotta turn that off. Bam. So here we go. Tupac Shakur estate finally awarded his unreleased music following settlement with Entertainment One. So here it goes. After watching that, you go look, and it's always some problem with these major distributors, with these artists. It's always a problem right before they get unalive or die mysteriously. These motherfuckers is trying to choke niggas' livelihood off. The state of late rap icon Tupac Shakur has scored another legal victory. Lawyers representing the estate of the legendary rapper have been haggling in court with Entertainment One over ownership rights to a bunch of Pac's unreleased recordings. These is songs that's unreleased. How the fuck is Entertainment One gonna claim ownership to them songs? According to TMZ, a judge recently sided with the rapper's team in the settlement. The estate will win back a number of unheard tracks and a reported six-figure payout. Pac's mother, Afeni Shakur, initially sued EOne back in 2013, claiming the record company failed to pay out royalties for her son's music. So then, not only are they trying to steal the unreleased songs and claim ownership to them, where's your contract with Pac that you own them records? Why was they in your custody, period? Oh, we had the masters in the studio. Pac got his own company. But let's get back to it. At the time, she claimed she was owed 7 figures. After her passing in 2016, the suit was carried on by legal representatives of the estate. The value of the unreleased records is said to be very substantial. It is unclear when the songs will be made available to the public. The rapper's estate has been very active since his death and has to deal with numerous lawsuits. Last June, the late rapper was sued for unpaid royalties by Natasha Walker, who claimed she was not properly compensated for her part on the 1996 track Bury Me a G, the lead song off the album Thug Life Bury Me G, Volume 1. Earlier this year, the estate launched a signature poetry clothing line called the Tupac Poetry Collection. As for the rapper's murder case, it remains open after 22 years, with more angles being looked into following the confession of an alleged gunman's uncle. So they saying XXL trying to run with the Keefe D thing. The industry is trying to run with this Keefe D narrative here. But here again, problems with the majors when it comes down to ownership of what we created. And our people are so beautiful. When I tell y'all, when you look in the mirror, if you don't see God and you a melanated, carbonated being, if you don't understand, if you want to see God, you look in the mirror. The ability to create, his spirit is within us all. We're a mirror of it. And whether it's the newest hairstyle, the newest pair of sneakers, pants, how you wearing them, how tight they are, how baggy they are, right? That's what I'm talking about. So they feel they should own all of your hard work and labor. Jim Jones had flow, and now he nowhere near the game. He has substance touch his bloodstream too much. Happy Thug Day, Pac, Reginald Mitchell, salute. It was Cameron. Yeah. Rakim was way before his time with them bars back then. Nah, Rakim was dope, nigga. Thinking of a master plan. I ain't got inside my hand. Come on, nigga, with that flow. Oh, nigga. That nigga, Rakim the guy. So, okay, so we got to that with Koch. I wanted to read this when they were independent, right? Before they became a mini major, right? So I know y'all be like, Deuce be just taking us all over the place, but bear with me, man. I got y'all. If y'all fucks with me, fucks with me. You know what I'm saying? That rabbit hole's defected with pigs, rats, and snakes. Yeah, that's a fact. So this is Koch Records, right? This is old. 2009. The start of a fresh year is the perfect time for putting a new foot forward. Koch Records, the largest independent label in North America, has taken this mentality to heart. As of this week, the long-time record label distributor, founded in 1999, has officially changed its branding to EOne Music, a division of Entertainment One, EOne Ltd. The result of what EOne describes as a series of strategic acquisitions meaning like the Tupac masters, right? The equity within that. The company or 50% of it or whatever deal Death Row had made out with them to get advance on the loans and cash based upon the value of the valuation of the intellectual property. The company has been subdivided into four main elements: EOne Television, EOne Films, EOne Music, and EOne Distribution. All aspects which formerly simply fell under the general Koch banner. The new look logo and approach will take a global hold with all operations, Canada, US, UK, Holland, and Belgium, applying the new visage intended to give Koch EOne a stronger appearance as one of entertainment's major content owners and distributors. This rebranding is an important milestone for our company, says Chief EOne Executive Officer Darren Throop. EOne's new name, logo, and corporate structure are important elements to defining EOne's evolving identity and will help inspire our next phase of growth. Over the past 2 years, we have successfully diversified into film and television, while at the same time expanding our capabilities, extending our geographic reach, and creating one of the most rousing stories in the entertainment business. Now we're focused on executing against our strategy to dramatically expand our content ownership and extend our global distribution network. Our content ownership, they want to expand ownership of the content. All subsidiary name and logo changes are expected to be implemented over the next 60 to 90 days. The company also announced it will launch a new corporate website shortly at EOneEntertainment.com. So this was before Koch Records became a mini major. So let me close this real quick, right? What is a mini major distributor? Bear with me. Let me get to this other we got this other video, Scandalous Los Angeles TV. Let's get to that. The GOAT, WACK100, tells Adam 22 that 600's entire boxing career is fake.
Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. Well. It looks like Tupac decided to show up on the No Jumper podcast today just to clown his own protege, the Crip Cop, right alongside Adam 22. Now Porky is out here doing what he always does. Lying and making excuses about Big Slip and Slide getting slid. I told y'all a long time ago. It was only a matter of time before Porky turned on his little creation. Adam 22's on there calling him Christopher Loveboys, straight mocking him, and Porky just sits there and lets it happen. It's comedy at this point. Every chance Wack gets to throw Crip Cop under the bus he goes. No hesitation. Now ask Crip Cop anything about Porky, and he won't say a word. He protects Porky's name, image, and his so-called legacy with his life. But the first thing Porky does, he hops on No Jumper with Aryan Adam and throws his guy under the bus without blinking.
Imagine a school that prepares you for life beyond the classroom. At Destinations
Christopher Loveboys got knocked out. Sorry, Christopher, but it's such a good nickname. Such a good nickname.
What? Hey, bro, I was wasn't arguing, but I was debating with Scandalous earlier about who started the Christopher Loves Boys. He's telling me S-Bone did on this one. And I'm saying I never remember hearing S-Bone before I said Love Boys. Maybe he did it first and I just didn't hear it. Put it in the chat who made up Loves Boy.
What's going on with Christopher Lovejoy?
Christopher Loveboy?
Christopher Lovejoy.
What happened?
Video has emerged. It's on the No Jumper Instagram. He got knocked out.
That's AI, bro.
No.
That's AI. That's not real.
Yeah, he got slugged on.
No, that's AI, bro.
Loves Boys should be embarrassed. He's got his mentor, boss, and handler, CS2 back, sitting up there on No Jumper with Adam 22, saying that the knockout video we all saw happen in Germany was AI. Yeah, you heard that right. They're actually trying to say he didn't really get knocked out, that it was some kind of pump fake. That's the first lie Porky told, and it tells you everything you need to know. They're not up there to protect him.
Hey, real quick, Seth Kenny says, Scandalous Los Angeles page is fire. Hey, listen, Seth Kenny, I believe the same thing. He's the GOAT. I nicknamed him the GOAT long time ago. Then A Dose of Reality came and I nicknamed him the GOAT. Now look at him. I seen the talent. We network. We build it. If you like Scandalous Los Angeles TV, show support to Scandalous. Go to his last video and put hashtag fuck the union. He's going to really appreciate that. Fuck the union. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to put.
They're not up there to defend him. They're up there to clown Love's boys.
Nah, I think you and I both know that's not true. I think you and I both know that's not true. You and I both know that's not true. So let's talk about it. Your closest confidant went through your ultimate nightmare of getting knocked out in public, even though he did sign up and get into a ring in order to do that.
Where at? Where was it, Vegas?
This is how much of a joke Love's boys is to Porky. Porky's sitting there with a straight face asking, where was the fight?
Gary Griffin,
Vegas?
salute.
Like he doesn't know damn well the fight was in Germany. You see what I'm saying? He's pretending he has no idea. It's a complete mockery. They're up there laughing at Love's boys.
Hey, I don't know how to feel about S-Bone. I knew S-Bone since I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, S-Bone. That was Slim Bone from WDC. Y'all forgot I was a tagger, GTI. I'm not one of these mysteries with no histories. Nigga, we was cool with the WDC. When I turned to hood, me and S-Bone had zero issue. You know what I'm saying? But that was their business. They trying to say he was hot. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about S-Bone though. But
It's
it
not
really
with him.
hurts. I can tell you
The fact he had to fly all the way to Germany just to get a fight, that's a punchline to them. And here's the thing. We all know Porky knew about the fight. He knew when and where it was. But now he's up there pretending like he never heard of it, just to make Love's boys look even worse. But watch what happens next. In the same conversation, he slips up and admits he told Love's boys not to go to Germany in the first place. So yeah, Porky knew the whole time. That's the joke Christopher Love's boys has become. And Porky's up there with Adam 22, making sure the whole world gets the message loud and clear, in case they missed it.
I didn't see no fight in Vegas.
Overseas, wasn't it Germany or England?
That's AI, bro. You know if it's overseas, that was AI. That 600 didn't.
So you're gonna force me to go look this up?
I'm just telling you, bro.
It's right here. It's okay.
I'd have known that. I told him to come in today.
600, aka Christopher Lovejoy, gets knocked out in the first 15 seconds of his boxing match. Doesn't actually specify where it is, but definitely the footage is out there.
So did he like
you guys?
Mr. Wonderful here.
Hold on.
My friend Howard Marks is the co-founder of Activision, the gaming giant.
Right?
Listen to this chicken shit excuse.
Hey, Mike B. That nigga said, my nigga Iceberg from GTI, grooving to impress. Listen, bro. Me and Iceberg used to dance, nigga, at his mama Judy house on 39th in Vermont. Me and Booger used to spend the night at Hassan house, nigga. Dead homies, nigga. Right off of Vermont. Closer to Wisconsin, though. The brown apartments, nigga. Judy still got that video. Hey, Auntie Judy, look. If you got my phone number, let me get that footage so Mike B don't think a nigga's front. Hassan, come on, man. No, bro, I'm a real nigga. I'm born and raised in the 30s, bro. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Nigga, my mom moved out the hood. I was in Gardena for a minute, too. I was from the hood already by that time, but I'm talking about later down the road. Deuce, you remember that guy Shakur, but nigga, till today, I go to Gardena. Guy Shakur, his mama, his name was tagged all around the thing. He had a Mexican Shakur. He was like the biggest name when I was a kid as a tag. Weird how he got on his ass a while back. But look, everybody show some love to Scandalous. Put hashtag fuck the union on this dope content. Let's go.
CS2 back is about to come up with. Just a second ago, he said the fight was AI generated, and it didn't really happen. Now Adam reads a little clip to him, not even showing the full video, just reads a snippet. And what does CS2 back do? He creates another lie out of thin air, scrambling to come up with a new excuse.
Did he drop his head and fall over? Did he drop his head and fall over? Did he drop his head and fall over?
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
Yeah, so what happens is he's been having this stomach flu. And he's been having this his skin starts to itch. Like, so if you don't give him the right amount of Benadryl, he goes through this reaction. So if he kind of like did this and like fell, that's probably what happened. Probably is medical. And
Man, you can't make this up. These guys are up there straight clowning Love's boys. They're not defending him. They're not clearing up the narrative. They're sitting on no jumper, exposing him and laughing about it in real time.
Told him not to go. Told him not to go. Told him not to go. You know, whenever he eats shellfish, this type of thing happens. You know, whenever he eats shellfish, this type of thing happens. You know, whenever he eats shellfish, this type of thing happens.
CS2 back just said that every time Love's boys eat shellfish, he gets knocked out. Yeah, you heard that right. He really sat up there and said, every time he eats shellfish, this type of thing happens. How many times have you seen him get knocked out like that, Porky? If that's the case, then he must have been eating shrimp cocktails before every fight outside of Mexico. Unbelievable.
So before we started filming, you were telling me that he basically, that his boxing record is bullshit, and that you could get me to have the same boxing record as him if I just went to Mexico. So before we started filming, you were telling me that he basically, that his boxing record is bullshit, and that you could get me to have the same boxing record as him if I just went to Mexico.
Now look, we all know how Porky operates. He might not be the one who said it, but you better believe he wanted Adam 22 to say exactly what he just said. That moment right there, that was Porky's way of letting the whole world know what he's really been thinking. That his #1 minion, his top exposer, his #1 ass kisser, Lieutenant Officer Loveboys, his entire boxing career has been a sham, fake and manufactured, bought and paid for. He told Aryan Adam 22 that he could have the exact same career as Love's boys if Porky just flew him down to Mexico. He basically just said that anybody can do what Love's boys did, because it was all staged. So why did Love's boys even have this fake career to begin with? What was the point? And more importantly, why is CS2 back exposing him right now? And the coldest part is that Love Boys is going to hear all this and still walk around acting clueless, just like the clueless Christopher we know him to be. This is insane. But now it's official. Love's Boys' whole boxing career is fake, and CS2 back just let the whole world know, in case anybody missed the memo.
For a few weeks, and...
Well, I will say this, the majority of his fights, as he talked about...
I looked it up, 23-2. Which is normally a very good record.
The majority of his fights happen in Mexico.
There's one single video that's responsible for leading over 2,000 Christian men to permanently quitting.
Porky just said the majority of Love's Boys' fights came from Mexico. Nah, let's get that straight. Every single win on his record came from Mexico. Every single one. And Porky knows that. Porky already told Adam 22 off camera that Love's Boys' entire career is fake, and that he could take Adam down to Mexico and give him the exact same record. Now he's trying to walk it back, trying to dumb it down on air like we didn't catch that. Too late. The damage is done. The lie is exposed. Porky knows it's fake, and for whatever reason, he wanted to throw his top exposer under the bus. Again. Why though? Somebody ask him. Why did you tell Adam 22 that before the cameras started rolling? Why betray the one guy who's protected your name at all costs? Makes you wonder, what did Love's Boys do to deserve that kind of setup? Is this payback for the $2,000 heist? Or is it that Love's Boys' 28th second performance in Germany made the exposers look dumb again? Or could it be that maybe, just maybe, Porky is finally done pretending?
Right. Right. So, shit, it ain't like they was like not taking away from Mexicans, because we got some hard fight Mexicans.
Well, he's really giving Mexicans jobs out there.
So what are you talking about?
He's beating them up. But they're getting paid, presumably, right?
Yeah, they getting paid.
Or maybe they're beating him up. We don't know.
I seen him the reason why I know about his condition, because the same thing happened in London.
Uh-huh.
It was Floyd Mayweather thing, and he was on the card.
He was on the card.
And he was like, man, you got some Benadryl? I said, what you mean? He was trying to get to me. I'm like, bro, why would I have Benadryl on me?
Now Porky's trying to act like he was with Love Boys in London. And get this, he claims Love's Boys ran out on a Floyd Mayweather fight card because he ate some shrimp and needed Benadryl. Come on, man. This is Porky's way of telling the world he's done with Christopher Love's Boys. He has no more use for him, and he's making that very clear without even having to say it directly. And the sad part? Love's Boys is so clueless. He's going to keep riding for CS2 back, keep defending him, keep working for the same dude that's publicly humiliating him, over and over again. You can't write a bigger L than that. This is Porky letting the whole world know Love's Boys is finished.
He was like, man, I ate some shrimp. I ate some shrimp. I ate some shrimp.
He thinks you're the pharmacist.
And yeah, look like I don't know what you got going on.
Right.
Here's a 30-second bedtime ritual.
Dude, what up?
The pineal gland. Did you know that your pineal gland's inability to...
So that's it. Scandalous is running this work. All right.
Yo, Deuce, what up?
What up? Who is that?
It's Phil.
Okay, what's up with it, Phil? What you want to
Ain't nothing much. Yo, salute from NYC. Yo, you know I've been rocking with you. You know what I mean? You and Yael, you know what I mean? Salute to Cali, LA, and all that. You know, we brothers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yo, but my question is, who is Wack running with out there that he's not being touched, bro?
Where is he running at? Who are you saying running with?
Yeah, who's protecting him? He around Big Donut. That's Queen Street.
Man, Donut used to be around him, but he don't be in LA like that. Donut be with Ray J more or one of them niggas. But anyway, he done already been touched. You must not got your ears to the street multiple times, nigga. Several times. Yeah. You gotta get your ears to the street, brother.
I mean, I know. K Slade passed away. His pass ain't no good over here. You know what I'm saying? So
you used to fuck with K Slade?
Yeah. I'm from the east side. I'm from Harlem, east side. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
K Slade from down the block. You know what I'm saying? I was I'm younger than him, but you know, I know Wack was dealing with him when they had that straight stunting and all that magazine and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was really Wack's connection to New York. But K Slade passed away, and you know what I mean? It's just he all bad over here. So, you know.
Well, he all bad in Pacoima by the Pacoima Power Rules. He all bad in the Bloods and the Power Rules in Compton and the Brims in LA. That nigga lives in Vegas, bro. He goes to No Jumper, but I wouldn't advise you go to No Jumper if you live in LA. You know what I'm saying? And you see
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, yo, why everybody running down on this nigga, man? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, man. It's you know what I can say is this,
bro,
for anybody, if I see him, I'm knocking blood out, dead homies. Right? I'm just gonna keep it a buck. But that's me and him, mano y mano. You know what I'm saying? But on another note, rest in peace to DJ K Slade. And K Slade did fuck with him at a point, but when K Slade passed, he was writing a book, and in the book, one of the niggas he was exposing was supposed to be in WACK100. You know what I'm saying? So that's the fucked up part. Then he didn't even go to the thing. But look, I'm finna end this. What you call it? Thanks for tapping in, Phil White,
No
man.
doubt, yo, do every time you, yeah, salute. Every time you pop up, I salute, bro.
Hey man, appreciate that, Phil. Shout out NY. What part of NY you say you from?
Harlem, Eastside, El Barrio, 107th Lexington, baby.
Okay, shout it out.
All
right, for sure. So I want to show y'all this picture before we go over. And this picture is one that one of the reasons I was telling y'all need to go to the Patreon. Y'all see that Mountaineer over there? Alan Grunblock, CS2 Backs, Lee's over. We'll drop the audio with talking to him. That was him with Jim Jones. We'll drop the audio talking to him probably by the morning on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Wack, no 100 got problems. Yeah, he can't go nowhere. It's green light all around Cali and Waukesha. Rest in peace, K Slay. Man, he already going to witness protection. That nigga ain't going nowhere, man. That nigga, y'all didn't hear what Eddie Boy said, but look at his Pac birthday. Rest in peace. I don't give a fuck about the money. You know what I'm saying? Nobody didn't send no cash apps today. I preferred cash apps instead of super chat, but nobody sent none. But that's cool. I ain't tripping off the money off this live. Hit that like button, man. Let's get people to see it. Don't go out. The only interview I ever regret that I never was able to get is Godfather, man. When they let him out on the medical thing, Mumia, and he passed away. We was like, I got the they like we setting up the interview with the Damu Kiwe conversation. I'm like, oh, man, this gonna be my favorite interview ever. You know what I'm saying? But listen, that's all I wanted to do. Oh, I forgot to promote this, and we out of here. Shout out to my boy Smoked Out TV News. Smoked Out TV News. And then we up out of here. Oh, y'all can't see it. Hold on. You gotta stop it. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me start this over. Hold on. Let's we gonna go out on this. Shout out to Smoked Out TV. Part 2 will be coming out tonight. Go over there, Smoked Out TV News. We out on this.
I've never been CK Wack, only CS to back. A goddamn rat, and the feds got my back. Talk tough online, but your wig got cracks, looking like Deadpool's skin in a fitted cap. I've never been CK Wack, only CS to back. A goddamn rat.
We out, man. Go check that out. Go ahead and check out that Adults Reality TV. We go. Stop sharing. Yamu Kiwe.